What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the corner. So I was scrolling through my Instagram yesterday, I believe, and I saw a really cool idea for a video that I was like, oh man, that would be really cool to do. So I have to give a shout out to the Real Talk podcast. So Tyler Whitmore and George Carmi, I'll link their socials here down below. You can go check out their video as well. But they were sharing their thoughts and asking the questions of Dune, between Dune Part 3 and the Odyssey. Which one would we be more excited for this year, right? And there's some questions that they placed there. So I figured it would be a fun thing for us to do here as well. A little different idea over video. So I hope you enjoy it. But before we get into all of that, welcome back to Matt's Real Corner. If you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, sharing this video with as many people as you know enjoy this type of content as well. I'm trying to create a little community here where we can all come together and talk about our passions, movies, TV, and everything in between. And yeah, if you are feeling generous, I've also linked down a donation page here below. It just helps out the channel quite a bit to keep this content coming out to you guys, right? Without any further ado though, let's get into the video here. So I've prepared some questions and we can go over them here and see where we rank all these things between Dune Part 3 and the Odyssey. Obviously, these two movies are my most anticipated movies of the year of 2026. So hopefully we can come to a decision here. It's going to be really, really difficult, but hopefully we can come to a decision. So first question, the cast. Am I more excited for the cast of Dune Part 3 or the cast of the Odyssey? It's already a tough one because obviously both tremendous casts. A lot of there's some similar names actually between those two movies. But I think here, like, so we have, so Dune Part 3, we have, sorry, I'm looking down here because I have some notes here, but Dune Part 3, we have obviously Timothée Chalamet, we have Zendaya, Florence Pugh, Anya Taylor-Joy, Jason Momoa, Robert Pattinson, and Javier Bardem. Obviously, some more in there, but I put like 7 against 7. And then for the Odyssey, we have Matt Damon, we have Zendaya again, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson again, and Mia Goth. That's a tough one already, right? First question. But for this one, I think I'm going to go with Dune Part 3. I think Dune Part 3 excites me a little more. We have Zendaya there. We have Florence Pugh, who's a tremendous actress. We have the addition of Anya Taylor-Joy, who is top 3 of the working actresses today, I think. Let me know if you agree with that take. And then we have the addition of Robert Pattinson as well. I mean, Dune Part 2, we had Austin Butler, who did a tremendous job. And then now we have Robert Pattinson. And we continue to have here, obviously, Javier Bardem, Zendaya, and Timmy Chalamet, right? So I'll take Dune Part 3 on this one. Next, in a big one, we have the score. Oh man, this one's gonna be hard. But the score, we have Hans Zimmer, the GOAT, and we have Ludwig Göransson, who has had the best probably couple years in the industry, through 2 to 3 years in the industry, right? Based on everything I've heard so far between these two movies and the teasers that we got, the trailers that we got, I'm gonna take Hans on this. Hans has been able to do some things that we've never heard before with this Dune score. And even Dune Part 2, the score somehow was better than Dune Part 1, right? And if you watch the videos on YouTube of him explaining how he got to do the score and the ideas that he had and all of that, because of the dystopian storyline, the future, and he wanted to do things that nobody has ever heard before, right? And I think he's achieved that. So I'm really excited to see where he takes the score of Dune Part 3. Needless to say, though, Ludwig as well, what he was able to achieve with Sinners is tremendous. It's something as well that I had never heard before. Like, as far as like we've heard blues and all of that, obviously, but the way he brought that into the movie setting was tremendous. And Sinners too, right? Like an incredible piece of film, an incredible art, everything. But we're not talking about Sinners here. We're talking about the Odyssey and Dune. So I'm going to take the GOAT. I'm going to take Hans Zimmer on this, just because of what he's been able to achieve with the Dune trilogy. Let me know if you agree with my take here. Okay, next we have cinematographer. Big category, right? Now, this one here is a bit... this one suffers a bit because we don't have Greg Fraser coming back for Dune. Is still an incredible cinematographer with Lena Sandgren, who won the Oscar for La La Land, obviously. But on the other side, so we have Lena Sandgren for Dune Part 3, replacing Greg Fraser, and then we have Hoyt van Hoytema for the Odyssey with Chris Nolan. Because of the loss of Greg Fraser, who has been the best working cinematographer over the last few years in the industry, I'm going to take Hoyt van Hoytema. I think is how you pronounce it. But I'm going to take him. I think so. So the Odyssey here takes the first win of the day. And Hoyte has been, done incredible work as well, right? So, I'm going to take Hoyte here and see where that takes us, right? Next, we have the director. So the big category here. So we have Denis Villeneuve against Sir Christopher Nolan. This is probably the toughest category. Incredible, the two best working directors today. This one might be controversial because obviously people hold Chris Nolan, rightfully so, to the highest standard. He's earned that, obviously. But I'm going to take Denis. I'm going to take Denis here. And I'll give you the reasons why here. So Denis, I think if we take both of their movies lately, the last few movies that they've done, I think Denis is on a better run than Nolan. And I say that with a heavy heart because Chris Nolan has been my favorite director for a long time, since The Dark Knight. But then Denis has been my favorite director over the last few years, since like probably Arrival, I say. And he's on that run, right? Arrival, Dune 1, Dune 2, now obviously Dune 3. And I think Denis is on an uphill climb, right? He's going up. Whereas Nolan, I think he's gone down. So I think, like, when I think of Denis, I see, like, he makes me think that his best days are still ahead of him, right? Whereas with Nolan, I think he is on the opposite. I think his best days are behind him. I know, right? Like, it's tough to say that. Let me know if you agree with that take. But we like Tenet, Oppenheimer was a lot better than Tenet, but we had Dunkirk, which was already, I think, in my opinion anyway, going down. And then we had Tenet, and then we had Oppenheimer, who was a step up between those two, right? But then Denis is just going up, right? Everything he's done is like better. One is better than the other. One is better than the other, and so on, right? So over the last few years, there's nothing I can say. Denis has been my favorite director and the best working director today, I think. So I'm going to take Denis here. And then we have next category here. We have which film do I think has more Oscar potential? Again, a tough one as well. Man, I think both. To be honest, I'm going to give a point to both here. 1-1. I'm kind of cheating there, but but I'm going to give a point to both because I think they're both kind of right up there, right? If the Odyssey can take an Oscar for the score, so can Dune 3, right? If the Odyssey can take an Oscar for director, obviously so can Dune 3. So I'm going to give a point to both here. If I had to, like, if you were like, Matt, come on, don't cheat, pick one, I would pick the Odyssey, I think, just based on what I know of Chris Nolan, what he means to the industry, what he means to other people, like what everyone. A Christopher Nolan film is his film, right? The cast is there, but he is the main protagonist of the film, right? So that's the reason why I would pick the Odyssey to win an Oscar if it had to be between Dune 3 and the Odyssey. But I'd pick the Odyssey with kind of like a heavy heart. But I'll cheat a bit and I'll give a point to both. And then the last question, and we'll close out with this. If I could only see one movie between these two. Oh man. If I could only see one movie between these two, which one would it be? That's tough. Again, Christopher Nolan has been my favorite director for a long time. Denis has taken over that spot. I think I would be crazy to say the Odyssey on this one, guys. I need to see how Denis finishes this trilogy of Dune. So I'm going to take Dune Part 3 on this one. Denis has been able to achieve incredible things with this trilogy. And if he can lend this plane, if he can lend it well and end it extremely well, this will be the greatest trilogy ever made. I think. It will surpass whatever you have up there. For you, The Lord of the Rings, the Dark Knight trilogy, maybe whatever you have up there. If this lands well and then he closes it with a bang, kind of like he did with Dune Part 2, it will be the greatest trilogy ever made. So I'm going to take, I'll be crazy to say the Odyssey. Obviously, I'm extremely excited to see what Chris Nolan does. But just because of the ending here and the closure that we need in the Dune story, I'm going to take Dune Part 3 here. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree with my takes, if they're hot takes or not, jot me down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. Again, I want to shout out Tyler Whitmore and George Carmi from the Real Talk podcast. This was a great video that I saw on their page, and I'll link them down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed this type of content, clicking that like button, sharing the video with as many people as you know enjoy this type of content as well. And if you're feeling generous, again, I've linked down a donation page here. That just helps out the channel to keep this type of content coming to you guys. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys down in the next one.